Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, now this one is technically a bit of a cheat because I did cover this song when it was released 3 years ago, and unfortunately, well, we will get to all that presently, but I wanted to check this out again, since really this is a good way of like actually checking out the Beepster and the Sheeran-ster for the first time on this new revamped channel. And to be honest, I've not listened to Ed Sheeran for 11 years, and I haven't heard Bieber for 8 years. So, goodness knows. I mean, Bieber isn't even that much older than me. I think he's like about, what, 29, I think? No, he's I think he's 28, turning 29 this year. Man, he's grown up fast, isn't he? So, let's just get down to business, and I'll explain the problems shortly, because I think they might still be here for what I remember. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. So let's begin. I Don't Care in 3, 2, 1, and... It's very obviously green screened Ed Sheeran. Oh, here we go.
I'm at a party I don't wanna be at, and I don't ever wear a suit and tie. Wondering if I can sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking me in my eyes. When you take my hand, finish my drink, say, shall we dance? Hell yeah. You know I love you, did I ever tell you? You make it better like that. Don't think I fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Yeah, I always feel like I'm nobody. Who wants to fit in anyway? 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel that maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me...
Okay, so maybe now is the time where I want to explain my problems with this. Yes, I do absolutely... I understand from, like, the first line exactly what they were going for. And I get it. Yeah, that is the thing. I do get exactly what the point is. Is that maybe it's sort of like they're doing almost like a Taylor Swift take where Sheeran is maybe just saying he doesn't really like, being in crowds with like very large important people who have to wear like suit and ties and stuff like that. So he just wants to like fit in his own way, and I think that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, and this is more of a personal thing with me, so again, take this with a pinch of salt if you will. When you say I don't care, that tells me that you don't care. But what do you mean you don't care? I mean, I know context is everything, but to me, who has got no girlfriend, doesn't really want to get into having like a very serious relationship, doesn't really want kids, and I would. My dreams are basically to go to a place where I'll be able to dress as fine as you can get, and talk amongst very important people. That is my aspiration, because that tells me that it lets me know that I'm associated with people who very successful people, and maybe I'm the wrong target audience for this, because I think it is supposed to be a bit more laid back, and it's more supposed to be a bit more like home, you stick to your roots sort of thing. But the problem is that it doesn't even convey that through the music either. The beat is really just kind of there. It's not particularly very like energetic or pungent or anything like that. And you know what? If I expect something to be like a pop song, for example, if that's, well, which technically this is, then I want something, that's a bit more like energetic, something that's going to make me think, you know what? It's good sometimes to not care and just run around and be free. It's, I'm not asking for, like Michael Jackson or anything like that, but what about Chesney Fawkes, for example? What about I Am the One and Only? Why not do something like that? Because that is a very similar thing to I Don't Care, but it's way more energetic. It's way more sort of, I side with that. It's the sort of story, if songs could tell a story, I Am the One and Only tells the story of this kid who came in from the farm, and he comes into the city and he's got like the world's biggest smile. It's basically the guy from the opening to Clockwork Angels is what I'm talking about. A guy who has aspirations to living above the city, and then he gets framed, and now he has to sort of like live out his life in a very different sort of way. I Don't Care is sort of just like a guy who's like, who's phoning it in, and that's kind of the problem I had last time and the problem I have with this now. It just kind of sounds like they're just doing it just to do it. And it's sort of evident through the video as well, because it's just Sheeran standing in front of green screens, wearing suits and wearing, costumes and stuff like that. And while we're watching this, it doesn't even seem like he enjoys this either. And that's kind of an issue, because when the people doing the song don't even want to be in the song through body language or anything like that, then why should we be here to watch anymore? And I'm just saying that because I think that's a bit of an issue. Anyway, even in some of the worst stuff that I've ever covered, you can get the impression that the people at least wanted to do that. They wanted to project themselves onto the world. What does this want to project onto? And we haven't even gone to Bieber yet.
You feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. We at a party we don't wanna be at. Trying to talk but we can't hear ourselves. Speechless, I'd rather kiss them right back. But all these people all around are crippled with anxiety. But I'm told it's where we're supposed to be. You know what? It's kinda crazy cause I really don't mind. Can you make it better like that? Don't think we fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Oh yeah, yeah. When we walked in I said I'm sorry. But now I think that we should stay. Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear.
So we went from we don't want to stay here, but we'll stay anyway. And aside from that, unfortunately, it's kind of the same thing with Bieber. It just sounds like he's just there, unfortunately. And this is nothing against Bieber himself, but it just sounds like they are just phoning all of this in. Now, again, even stuff that is a bit more low-key, that's supposed to be a bit more relaxing, there is a certain degree of, like, they want you to feel, like, happy or, like, happy-go-lucky or chill. You know what I'm saying? There's one song, who did this song called, Baby, I like it, the way you move on the floor, baby, I like it. I remember that from like 13 years ago, and that's the same thing. It was chill, it was relaxed, it was the sort of thing you could play on a late spring evening, just watching the sun go down outside, and you didn't really need to think about it. It's just sort of like it painted a backdrop. And I know I'm getting into more like hypothetical here, but I need to make that point because this is just kind of, and also it's the video itself is not particularly great either. It's just there's no style, there's nothing against. Let's just throw a bunch of things at the audience and we'll see what they think.
You're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me
And also, this is a bit of an important thing to mention, is that if they're talking about rather being with their girls and how it makes everything feel alright, well, why don't they show them with their partners or show them with some girl? You know what? Do something that would actually make the song make sense. You know what I'm saying? I know. Seriously, like, how hard would this have been? This couldn't have been any harder than, you know, throwing a whole bunch of effects onto the screen that would have, like, burned up more hard drives than if I was doing this through, you know, Adobe After Effects.
But it's like you're the only one here. I don't like nobody but you, baby. I don't care. I don't like nobody but you. I hate everyone here. I don't like nobody but you, baby. Yeah, 'cause I don't care when I'm with my baby. Yeah, all the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby. Yeah, ooh, yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a thing. That was a thing that happened. Oh dear. Now listen, I don't think, like, you know, just doing this song did, like, Ed Sheeran or Justin Bieber any justice, because there are much better examples from these guys than I'm going to convey right now. And I'm being completely legitimate about that. I think there's much better stuff out there by these two. But in case you're wondering why I'm even bothering doing this at all, it's because that's just it. It's just kind of there. That's how I would describe this song, is that it's just kind of there for me. It's just one that sounds more like a chimpanzee mating call than it does sound like a beat. Premiered May 17th, 2019. So we're nearly 4 years on, and it's 547,092,198 views to it. Now, again, maybe it's not my place. Maybe it is, perhaps, to say whether or not that number is going to go up or down any further up anytime soon. It's, again, not really, like, you know, my place to start saying whether it does or not. But it's just not really the sort of thing I think people will come back to when they say, what was some of the absolute best Ed Sheeran stuff out there? And I Don't Care is, honestly, I just don't think it's going to, like, rank that high, unfortunately. Again, maybe this is just me being biased. Maybe it's just because I don't think the song's that impressive. But yeah, I just wanted to come back because, like, as someone who's been listening to heavy metal since 2018, you look for certain things in a song, even from, like, genres you don't really take a listen to all that much. And this is, like, sadly one of the dullest songs out there. I'm sorry, I just found the whole experience dull, and because I know what they were going for, don't get me wrong, but when you literally have, like, how much do you think the props cost for this video? Like, the green screen, I mean, for the example, the green screen I use costs about £50, including, you know, the stands and everything like that. This looks like maybe £120 for the green screens and stuff like that, and maybe the treadmill, considering that might have to rent it. The animations as well, possibly. I almost want to say maybe £8,000, possibly. It made it look, again, just like cheap and just kind of not interested. I'm sorry, but that's just sort of how it is. So it is what it is. So anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let know you guys thought about I Don't Care. And I hope all of you guys will check me out again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.